We welcome you back inside the Dave Andrechuk Mountain Arena in Hamilton, Ontario. Canada Ball Hockey's National Championships, Men's A, Women's A, Masters. We've got another game in the Masters competition coming for you now. Saskatchewan Mammoth to your left in the green, white, gold trim. Danforth Knights in the black and the white to your right. My name is George Scott. Happy to have you along with us today. Right away, just 7 seconds in, the ball goes out of play. The face-off will be just outside the Saskatchewan blue line. Backhanded in by Moore. Colby got there first for Saskatchewan. Doesn't get it out though. Moore will shoot it in off a stick, up and out of play. One off of Brock Harrison. Mammoth lost their opening game yesterday to the Vancouver Falcons by a score of 4-1. Danforth Knights, they're 1-0. They defeated the Cambridge Legends 3-2 in their only game. The Mammoth are the defending Masters champions. They were missing a number of players yesterday because they had a men's A game that night. A few of their players playing in both. I noticed a couple of them back in the lineup today. Justin D'Entremont, Brock Harrison. Certainly will make a difference for the Mammoth. They don't want to fall 0-2. Beatty couldn't hold it in. Chipped up at center. It'll be kept in by Danforth. That's in the offensive zone. Beatty going back to get it. And Beatty goes down and seems to be holding his right shoulder. As I look down to my left. And they're calling for the training staff to come out. Beatty back to his feet and seems to be moving the shoulder, which is a good sign. Maybe a little more towards the, well, tough to tell. You see where he's holding there, right where the shoulder and the neck come together? Tweak something. But again, moving to the bench. We'll see if he'll be back out. He's seen to by the training staff. Ball comes into the goaltender. That's Crossland in goal. Jay Crossland in goal for Saskatchewan. Down at the other end, Neil Plania in goal for the Danforth Knights. Slow getting going in this one. Thompson along the boards for Saskatchewan, fed it in front. Picked up by Jeff Smith. Tried to get it to Kolkus. Maslowski back for Saskatchewan. Kolkus is on him. Maslowski does a good job to reverse it up along the boards. That pass too far. Unable to get a stick on it was James McDonough. And we'll get a flooring call against Saskatchewan. 3 12-minute periods in the Masters. Twelve teams in the Masters, 3 divisions of 4. McCullough with a shot, went off a leg into the corner. On it is Nidzinski. McCullough. His shot just wide of the goal, played to the boards. Kept in by Danforth, a good shot. Kicked away by Crossland. Nidzinski to McCullough, a little bit beyond his reach. It's not easy to do. Sean McCullough's got a lot of reach. It's him in there forechecking. A tall, lanky player. Nudzinski out there, one of the bigger players. Both of them in the men's B back in Fredericton a few weeks ago. Broken up at center, and Beatty is back out there already. Made that play. Shot by D'Entremont. Just White comes off the inboards. D'Entremont tries the wraparound. That's kept out. Harrison with his shot. Too much traffic in front. Couldn't get it through. The ball is cleared down the floor. And now we've got the goaltender, Plania, shaken up. And he's going to require some attention, it appears. May have been a result of simply having to change directions quickly 2 or 3 times as the ball was bouncing around and shots were coming in from all over the place. Twisting and turning may have, again, tweaked something. Keep using the medical term tweaked. But again, drink of water will probably solve whatever ails him. It's going to stay in. All right, good to go again. 9:08 to go. Brock Harrison in to take the face-off against Brandon Lyons. Harrison won it. Shot one over the top of the goal. Lyons to the far side. He'll come up with it. Shot right through the crease, and it's chipped over the top of the goal. Crosland got a piece of it. Moore will keep it in for Danforth. Chapinta behind the goal. Fanning on it was Giorgio Ochapinti. Cardinal getting away to Harrison. Back to D'Entremont over the top of the goal. Smith started to head off for Danforth and came back out. Just onside, Crosland. Left it there and then it comes out. Lucas being chased down in the corner. Reverses it along the boards. Up at the blue line, onside, Smith. Back to Lee. To Kolkus. Kolkus breaking in a shot that changed direction. Crosland had to change direction as well as the goaltender kept it out. Got the left pad down. It's moving to his right and had to go back to his left. Lee. Faked, slapping it off the boards twice, then made the outlet pass, a good one. Picked up by Briggs. Briggs will shoot it in. Just beyond the reach of Bassett. Now he's got it. In behind the goal, Thompson. Thompson circling. Broken up by Danforth, breakaway pass. Closing in on Nudzinski, the two defenders. Looked like Nudzinski had half a step in between. That'll be offside. He's going to come back just outside the Saskatchewan blue line. No score, 6:19 to go, opening period. Somebody on Saskatchewan moved early. Pasternak comes out. James McDonough comes in to take the face-off. It was won by Diamantakis of Danforth, and roll into Crossland. He will hold on to it with Andre Hall standing right there. Diamantakis to take the face-off for Danforth against Stefiuk. Controlled into the corner, and then in behind the goal. They go back into the corner again. Beattie. Now we'll get it out. Here's McDonough. McDonough trying to get around Moore. He does. Gets it down in the corner. Tough going down in that corner. Saskatchewan player goes down. Ball comes along the boards. Beattie holds it in. Beattie. Knocked down by Jordan. Saskatchewan getting it down into Danforth territory. Down a little deeper. Harrison couldn't get a shot on goal. Now it's cleared out. Saskatchewan couldn't touch it. Would have been offside. Now they tag up. D'Entremont goes in. Ball's flipped high in the air down to the far side. Picked up there by Weslowski. Comes free at center. Cardinal. Goaltender. Bonilla comes out to play it. Danforth. Pass too far, but will go right down to the goaltender, Crossland. He'll have to hold on to it, and we'll get a face-off in the Saskatchewan end. Lions won the face-off for Danforth. Shot right on goal. A good one by Ricky Lee. Played away by Crossland. Lee has got it out at center again. Did not keep it onside. Danforth clear of the zone. Michael Bugg racing in there for Saskatchewan. Rounding the goal, tried the wraparound play. That was stopped. Colby backhands it back down deep. Bugg there first for Saskatchewan. Watched by Lee. Bugg to the front of the goal. It rattles around. It goes in, I believe, off the defenseman, and it's a goal for Saskatchewan. The ball was put through the crease. The Danforth defender was there at the right post, and I believe it went off his foot. Here it is. Number 30 standing right there, went off his foot in the back of the goal. Tough break for Danforth. 1-0 Saskatchewan. Rusin gets it around to the near boards. Smith gets it out a little further. And it was Bugg who threw the ball through the crease. Gets credit with the goal. Smith, good pass. Kolkus. We get it back to the point that goes between the two defensemen. Plania will give it to Drowan. To Smith. Only as far as the blue line. Beattie. To D'Entremont. Over to Harrison. To D'Entremont. Trying to get it to Ryan Cardinal in front of the goal. Ball was in the air. Pass misses. Harrison goes all the way down the floor. Whistle goes, and it's going to be a slashing call. It's going to go against Danforth, Peter Niedzinski. Also going, one of the Mammoth players. I think that's, not sure, maybe more. We'll get the announcement in just a moment. So it's 4 minutes against Danforth. No, the other way around. 4 minute penalty against Saskatchewan. 2 minutes against Danforth. So it's a Danforth power play. 5-on-4. Be a 2 minute power play. They've got 4 and 2 put up on the board. I think what we'll see is that change to just the 2 minutes showing for Saskatchewan. Just trying to get the main scoreboard here at Dave Andreychuk set up correctly for the penalties. That's the reason for the delay. The referee is over there at the scorekeeper's bench. All right, we're going to go ahead anyway. It'll be a 2 minute power play for Danforth. That ball hits the beams here in the ceiling, and faceoff will stay right there to the right of Jay Crossland in goal for Saskatchewan. And the Danforth centerman gets waved out. Who's going to come in and take it? Smith or Jordan? It's going to be Jordan. Jordan wins it to the board. Smith will pick it up there along the half wall, back at the point. Drohan to Ochipinti, back to Drohan. Jordan. Fan on that pass, able to gather it. Back to Ochipinti, back to Jordan. Throwing shot, Crossland's got it, holds on. Minute 24 to go in the power play. Jay Crossland grabs a little drink. In front of him, the captain, Dean Crossland, was motioning to the bench, basically saying, do you want me to stay out or am I coming off? I told him to stay out. Now they'll line up across the blue line, shot in right on goal. Crossland plays it to the boards. And a clear by Saskatchewan. It's onside, but they don't get control and bat it out of the air. Crossland right into his own bench. Now he'll head off. Just 52 seconds left to go in the power play. So Danforth change up their power play. Lucas gets it in over the blue line to Stovall. Stovall's got it back. Lucas calling for it. Now he's got it. Stovall McCullough. Stovall down to McCullough. Pass was in the feet. His teammate wanted to one-time it. Stovall winds up. Blocker save made. Falls to the boards. McCullough, that reach, gets there first. To Stovall. His shot, that goes wide. Moore. Back to the point, was trying to get it to Lucas, and that pass was off the mark. And that's going to kill the remainder of the penalty. So go right to the bench. The referee blows the whistle. Gate came open just as the ball came there, so and the clock kept going. A lot of confusion over at the bench. Referee blew the whistle. That was a safety issue there. The players were right at that open gate as the player was trying to get out of the penalty box just as the ball came right there along with two players. And in all that mass confusion over there, the clock was kept running. Now they've put some time back on, about 4 seconds. All right, 41.7 is what we've got left to work with here in the first period. 1-0, Saskatchewan over Danforth. Andre Hall on his backhand, trying to turn. He does put it wide of the goal. On it was Briggs, and it comes to the side of the goal. Crossland's got it and holds on. All right, we're set to go. Face off to the left of Crossland. D'Entremont against Lyons. D'Entremont wins it into the corner. Bernhardt down the floor. We'll redo that face-off back in the same spot. 16.8 to go this time. And with 16.8 seconds to go and a face-off down in Saskatchewan territory, Danforth elects to call the timeout. We'll be back with those 16.8 seconds in just a moment. Hey, the whistle goes to indicate the end of the timeout. Saskatchewan players did not go to their bench during the timeout. Danforth players did. Danforth drawing up a play should they win the faceoff. Lions against D'Entremont again. D'Entremont wins it into the corner. Flipped out at center, knocked down there by Smith. Offside just by a hair was TJ Stovall. Half a step later, they've had a good scoring chance. Very late here in the first period, 4.2 to go. Another face-off win for Saskatchewan. They'll just play it to the boards. They'll lead it 1-0 after the opening 12 minutes. We'll be back in 2 minutes with period number 2. You're watching Canada Ball Hockey's National Championships. The men's and women's A and the Masters. We are live in Hamilton, Ontario. 1-0 for the Saskatchewan Mammoth over the Danforth Knights after one period of play. Trouble getting the opening face-off going here in this second period. There we go. Tipped in, back to pick it up is Beatty. Off the boards, it goes over the top of the goal. That was intercepted back at the blue line. That shot put right through the crease by Stovall. Ochapinti pinned against the boards by Godwin. Michael Bugg, who's got the only goal of the game, banked it in off the Danforth defenseman's foot. That's been it. Colby takes that for Saskatchewan. Just onside. Great hustle by Harrison to get onside, or Thompson that was, 61. The referee is going to call a penalty. This play went up along the boards. Nope, let's back that up. It's an offside. We'll bring it all the way down. So let's go to the third option, touch by a high stick. The reason why the face-off will go all the way down the floor. And we'll go to the fourth option. Missed why that whistle went. It turns out, after all that, it was a penalty called against Saskatchewan. I was right on what I said the first time, but didn't see the referee go over to the penalty box after he called it. But it is a penalty against Saskatchewan. Sorry for the confusion, folks. So Danforth on the power play. Minute 40 left to go. Mudzinski down low. Moore lost it on the attempted pass and it goes down the floor. Smith quickly up at the blue line. It's tipped in. It'll go right to Crossland. He'll cover it. Face-off win for Danforth. Lucas to Moore. Back to Moore. Shot tipped over the top of the goal. Stovall got a stick on it. Gathered up by Saskatchewan, and they'll send it back down to the Danforth end. Danforth now with 45 seconds to go in the power play. They get it in. McCullough bounces it in front, covered up by Crossland. Both teams change. Power play unit changes. Penalty killing unit changes. Face off to the right of Crossland. Harrison with it. Short-handed to D'Entremont. Here they come. Short-handed. D'Entremont looking for Harrison. Just missed it. Just beyond the reach of Brock Harrison by inches. Now they'll hustle back and set up along the blue line. Throwing a shot. Kicked away by Crossland. Off the boards. Just 10 seconds to go in the power play. Dohan. That hit Harrison. Lee. Penalty's over. Into the slot. Shot wide. As it came off the end boards, Crossland covered it. Colchis set up in the slot. Tried to go short side. Didn't miss by a lot. Face-off win by Danforth, again put wide. The net has been moved quite a bit. .8:51 to go in the second. Still just that one goal by Michael Bugg in the first period, holding up for Saskatchewan. Bassett gets it to his forehand. Save is made by Plania. Saskatchewan put it in, but the referee had clearly blown the whistle beforehand. And on the play, there has been a penalty called against Danforth. Holding call. So now a 2-minute power play for Saskatchewan. Into the corner. Bassett can't get to it on it. First was Lucas. Now they'll get it back. Harrison. D'Entremont. Down low to Thompson. Back to D'Entremont. Harrison. D'Entremont one-timer. That went off of Brandon Cole. Now it's in the crease. It's loose. Getting over there. They're calling it a goal. It was close. Referee indicates it's good. Danforth not happy. The goaltender got his paddle down, kept it out. But the ball was up against the paddle, I think is what they're saying. Wasn't covered. That allowed Saskatchewan the opportunity to take a couple of more cracks at it. They finally got it past the goal line. The referee was right there to indicate good goal. Let's have a look, see what we see. Here's the player inside. You see the goaltender slide across, reached out with the goal stick, but on the second effort, the ball is put in, and it is 2-0. Little bit of an argument from Danforth, not a whole lot. So a power play goal. Jeff Bassett credited with the goal for Saskatchewan. Drummond, high in the air, down into the Saskatchewan. Wazlowski backhands it off the boards, come all the way down to the Danforth blue line, and then back the other way. McCullough comes back to him in the corner. McCullough trying to get away. It's going to be a penalty coming up to Wazlowski, I believe. He put the grab on Sean McCullough. So now Danforth with an opportunity to respond after just giving up a power play goal to Saskatchewan. Wazlowski gone to the penalty box. 2 minutes. 7 minutes to go in the second. Just a 2-goal game. In another Masters game played earlier today at the Chidok Arena, Greater Toronto Titans and Manitoba United tied at 5. So a lot of goals for 3 12-minute periods. A bit of a shootout at the Chidok. Big face-off win for Saskatchewan. We'll get it down the floor. That'll help kill some time. Smith just gets it in over the blue line. That's all they needed. Now they'll bring it up. They'll bring it out rather than set up. Smith gets it back. And it comes off the boards. And Saskatchewan successfully clear the zone. Minute 20 to go in the power play. Still not in. Drouin just shoots it in wide of the goal. Crossland comes out, covers it. That'll get a face-off in the Saskatchewan end. 1:04 to go in the power play. Both teams wholesale changes. McCullough, Lyons at center, and Stovall on the right forward line for Danforth. We go with Lucas and Moore on the back end. McCullough, Smith. McCullough doesn't shoot it. Actually, it's not Smith. It's Lyons. The other guy with the white helmet. Lyons won the face-off cleanly back to Lucas. Over here at the right point for Moore. Stovall back to Moore. To Stovall. Tried to get it to Lyons. Shot did not get through to goal. McCullough with a chance. Put it behind the net. Moore. Lyons. Again looking for McCullough. Swing and a miss. Back to McCullough in the circle. Steps in, shoots it. Again missed the mark behind the goal. Lyons. To Stovall. Another good chance put wide. That one hit somebody in front. Crossland dives out as the penalty expires. Good chances for Danforth. Just couldn't hit the mark. Referee says that was his fault. Everybody stay where you are. Beatty's shot goes off a leg into the corner. Weslowski puts it in deep, hustling up along the boards. Cowell couldn't get it out, kept in. D'Entremont with a shot, hit the goal post, stayed out. Justin D'Entremont denied by the iron. D'Entremont down along the goal line. Drops it back to Weslowski. That's broken up inside the blue line. Reaching for it is Brock Harrison. Harrison has it. Into the corner. Cowell can't get it out. Kept in. Harrison. Weslowski. Blocker save made. And it bounces in front of Plania. He's got it and holds on. Great shift that time by the Mammoth. D'Entremont came close. Hit the right post. Harrison with a shot off a stick, up and out of play. Face-off stays there. Clock continues to run. Play straight time apparently. Now he's going to hold it for a few seconds. Let's try and make up for that. Now we're running again. The clock ran a good 6-7 seconds after the whistle. Thompson along the boards. He stopped. Checked there by Andre Hall. Now Thompson gets himself free. 3-on-2. Barrett trying to give it to Bug. Said Barrett Bassett. Weak shot poked away. Bassett pushed down in the crease. Big pile up there. Ball is still loose. Finally, the referee blows the whistle. All those players in the crease, but the ball was not covered, so play continued. Wild action in the crease. All right, 2:34 to go. Well, we've got an extra stick out there somewhere. One of the players that was in that pile up in the crease came away without his stick. It's lying on top of the net, so let's get that out of there before we drop the ball. Clean face-off win. Colby let it go, but hit a number of players there in the circle. Lee Colby backhands it in a little further for Saskatchewan. Can't get it in much past the blue line. Out at center, Stovall. Goes into the near corner, on it first, Saskatchewan. Steffiuk cutting inside. Getting away, Nudzinski. Nudzinski elected to pass it across. That hit the post. Lions. That's one each. Great setup by Nudzinski. Thought for sure he was going to shoot it. Got it across the Lions. Rang it off the goalpost. Lucas to Nudzinski. Working it up along the boards. And the referee over on the far side of the floor is indicating a penalty. Tripping against Peter Nudzinski of Danforth Knights. Minute 18 to go. 2-0 Saskatchewan. About to go on the power play here late in this second. Timeout. All right, coming up next after this game, another period to go here, but when we're done, another game in the Masters competition. Calgary Mustangs will take on the hometown Hamilton Hayes. Back with the final 1:18 in the second period right after this. A 5-on-4 power play in favor of Saskatchewan. D'Entremont will take the face-off for Saskatchewan against Diamantakis. Won cleanly by D'Entremont. Colby. Bug. Come back at the point for Harrison. Harrison has to jump up, grab it, maintain possession, and then it's lost and sent down the floor. Under a minute to go here in the second. Harrison and the Bug. Ball bounces out in front, goes to the far side, back at the point to Harrison. Shot. Thompson tried to tip it in. Thompson working off the boards, allowed to walk right in. Backhand in front. Bug put it wide. Defenseman is down in the crease. Whistle went. Going to discuss about the Danforth player in the crease. Ball was under him. Discussion continues. There's no call. Set to go again, 17.1. Crossland, 10 seconds to go in the period rather. Running out of time. Bug into the slot, cleared away. That's going to do it. 42 seconds of the power play will carry over into the third period. After 24 periods of play, Saskatchewan lead it by a score of 2-0. Back in 2 minutes with period number 3. 42 seconds left in the penalty to Peter Niedzinski of Danforth. Start the third period. So Saskatchewan on the power play, leading it by 2. And from the face-off, it's cleared right into the Danforth goaltender, so we'll get a face-off now down in the Danforth end. That took 7 seconds off the clock. Harrison walks in, doesn't shoot it. D'Entremont will shoot it, and a good save made by Plania. Play to the boards. Colby down into the corners. Saskatchewan control it. 19 seconds to go in the power play. Harrison get it to the middle of the floor. D'Entremont scores! They were trying to set him up all along. He is the trigger man. Had a couple of good opportunities. That one went 5-hole, and it is 3-0. Harrison walks it all the way over to the middle to give D'Entremont a little bit of space, and he buries it. 3-0 now. Goes straight up in the air. Weslowski, his shot over the top of the goal. Kept in by McDonough. Now it comes out. Smith played it to the far boards. On it is Stovall. That shot right on the mark by Cole. And a save made by Crossland. Face-off win for Saskatchewan. Up the blue line, off the foot of Podorotsky. There's Podorotsky. Offside. Gannon brings it in for Saskatchewan. Shot right on goal. Save is made. Ball goes in behind the goal. Podorotsky. To chase it down in the corner. The defender draped all over him. That's Moore. Gannon plays it to the far boards. Godlin going in there against Moore. Moore has got it. Moore gets pushed down. Play continues on. Moore gets up. Gives the referee the death stare. McCullough shoots it. Again, goes behind the goal. Briggs leaves it for McCullough. Pass just missed Briggs. Briggs is going to head off. Picking it up down in the corner is Nedzinski. Nedzinski back to Lyons. Lyons with a shot. Changed direction, didn't get through the goal. Lucas tried to center it. Bounces around and Saskatchewan will move it out. Bug. Down deep into the corner. Bug. Can't get it in front. Taken away by Lee. Crossland pinching in for the Mammoth. Comes to Bug. Bug with a move to get inside. Pass over for Thompson. Went between Thompson's feet. Bug's got it back behind the goal. Shifty player, Michael Bug. Knocked out of the air by Weslowski and then down the floor. Thompson couldn't control the bouncing ball. Danforth come away. Need to get something going soon. Chapinti. Back to Kolkus. That's knocked down just inside the blue line. Harrison. Harrison missed it. Maybe he had a chance to get a stick on it. It'll be a flooring call against Saskatchewan. We're down to 8:05 to go. 3-0. Jay Crossland needs a little repair work done to one of his straps down in the goal for the Mammoth. Weslowski played it around the boards, trying to get it to Harrison. That's cut off by Hall. Crossland's got it in the glove, holds on. Ball comes to the boards. Harrison comes away with it, looking for Cardinal. Cardinal has it. D'Entremont. D'Entremont's got some room. D'Entremont in front for Harrison, and how did he miss the empty net? The net came off again when he is down and lost his bucket. That's the third or fourth time this game his helmet's come off. The referees are going to have a chat. One of the referees came over to the Danforth bench. They were complaining about the collision in the crease. And the discussion continues right down below us. You see the official there. Took his time calmly to explain the situation to the Danforth bench. Harrison. Cardinal turns and puts it down deep in the corner. Comes out in front. D'Entremont reaching for it. And it's cleared down the floor. It'll be a flooring call against Danforth. Again, Danforth won their opening game against Cambridge by a score of 3-2. Mammoth lost to Vancouver 4-1. That's the 4 teams in this division in the Masters. Again, 12 teams, 3 divisions of 4. Number 1 team, number 1 team plus the team with the next best record across all the Masters teams will make up the 4 that advance to the quarterfinals. Right out in front, they throw it around, score. Oh, what a beautiful goal. Stovall finishes it off. We'll get back to that in just a moment, but right here, 3-1, a big goal for Danforth. Still 7:04 left to go. Lots of time. Great passing play. Thrown out in front, then across, and then in the back of the goal, Stovall finishes it off. Three to one. As I started to say, the 8 teams that finish outside of the top 4 will have an elimination round. 5th place plays 12th and so on. And that will make up the 8 teams that move on to the quarterfinals, and then we'll go down to the semis. And we'll have our gold and bronze medal games. The score again! Real quick. Couldn't get anything all game, and then back to back. Seconds apart. Bo Briggs. And that changes this game completely in a hurry. Here it is. This is just seconds after the face-off. Briggs just turns, beats Crossland 5-hole, 3-2. How quickly things can change. Saskatchewan seemingly had things well in hand, up by 3, 8 minutes to go. Actually 7 and a bit to go. Now just a 1-goal game off the stick, up and out of play. Swing and a miss by Thompson. Bassett with a shot, knocked down in front. Shot in by Kolkus. Ball goes up and out of play. They're just announcing the first Danforth goal now by Stovall. All right, it was Nudzinski, not Briggs. Nudzinski with the goal. And right out in front off the boards. Back into the corner, Hall in there for checking. Turned over. Diamonicus in there for Danforth. As they have renewed life. Hall plays it behind the goal. Crossland comes out, covers it up. 5:24 to go. Face-off win for Danforth. Moore with a shot. That didn't miss by a lot. Smith has it taken away by Lee Colby. He in turn gave it away to Stovall. Back to Smith. Sharp angle looking for Stovall. Just didn't get through. Good play by Crossland to break that up. Comes Danforth again. Flipping it in front. Knocked down. Out at center. Kept in. Smith fanned on the pass. Stays with it. Turns. Shoots. Save made by Crossland. Smith, top of the circle. Couldn't pull the trigger. He's got it again. Jeff Smith pushed down. Play continues on. Lucas to Lee. Stovall couldn't get it in. Batted out of the air down the floor. Lucas back to get it. Got under 4 to go now. 1-goal game. Nedzinski. Got it to Briggs. Briggs' shot was blocked. Nedzinski's shot goes off a stick, up and out of play. Boy, you can certainly feel the momentum has changed on the floor and on the scoreboard. The energy level for the Danforth Knights has just been amped up considerably. Kept in, that's onside. Over the top of the goal, Crossland plays it nicely off the end boards, hangs on to it. Tracked that all the way. Bug trying to get to it and get it out for Saskatchewan. He can't. Kept in by Jordan, then he lost it. Jordan runs over his man. McCullough with a shot over the top of the goal. Thompson's got it. Off McCullough's stick. Pass down the corner. Bug's going to go down and try and cause some trouble for Danforth. That'll go out of play as it went into the mesh. Face-off will be in the Danforth end. 3:01 to go. Harrison. Cardinal knockdown. That's going to be a penalty. And Danforth complaining. Saying, look, what happened when our guy was knocked down a couple of minutes ago? Moore is going to go. And now Moore's going to pick up a misconduct. They're slamming the gate. So with the 10-minute misconduct, only 2:45 to go. Ben Moore will exit. You can see what Danforth are complaining about. Only about a minute or so ago, one of their players from the penalty box, don't remember who it was now, but was pushed down from behind. There was no call this time. I think they're saying this time, though, well, I don't know what the difference is. The explanation was given to the teams. Comes into the crease. Plania has it and holds on. Power play for Saskatchewan. Harrison steps around one man, gets it over to D'Entremont. They would like to set up D'Entremont same as last time, top of the circle for that big one-timer. Harrison fakes a shot. D'Entremont, there is the one-timer. Hit somebody in front and cleared out and down the floor. Harrison quarterbacking this one. Now gets it in. Thompson down in the corner, turns, swivels back at the point. Back to Harrison. To the side of the goal. Whistle goes. Referee's got his arm in the air. Tripping call. We'll go against Justin D'Entremont. Been tripping, could have been interference. Either way, Andre Hall was trying to step around him to get to the ball, and D'Entremont took his feet out from under him. Low bridged him with a bit of a low hip check. So 4-on-4. So it gets interestinger and interestinger here. 3-2, minute 28 to go. 4-on-4, all kinds of room out there. And all else being equal holds, Danforth would have about a 30-second power play to finish the game. Harrison takes it back into his own end. To Beatty. Back to Harrison. Nice play to get it out. Harrison. There with Bassett. To Bassett. Bassett one-timer way over the top of the goal. Bug couldn't get to it. Power play in just a few seconds. My math was slightly off. 45-second power play for Danforth now. That's what's left in the period, but the empty net goal as they pull the goaltender. And that, in all likelihood, will do it. There's the tail end of it, the celebration. All kinds of things happening. (4-2). Danforth still on the power play. They pulled the goaltender to try and get the 6-on-4, but never really got possession of the ball. Long shot in. Well, the goal comes out in front. Crossland didn't grab it clean right away. Now he's got it. Coming up in about 15 minutes after this game ends, we'll have the Calgary Mustangs taking on the hometown Hamilton Hayes. Our third Masters game of the day, and then we'll have two men's A games to finish off our webcast schedule today. Face-off win. Nazinski with a shot kicked away by Crossland. 25 seconds to go in regulation time. Time running out on the Danforth Knights. The ball goes to the boards. Both players go down. The ball comes out. Long shot off a stick, up and out of play. Just 8.3 to go now. So these two teams will finish after this game with records of 1-1, a win and a loss each after their opening two games. .3 seconds left. Face off outside the blue line. Danforth will keep their net empty. It's knocked out of the air towards the goal. Cleared away, and the game ends there. 4-2 final. Saskatchewan even their record at 1-1. All right, we will take a break. Another little break before we get to our next one. Again, Calgary Mustangs, Hamilton Hayes coming up next. We'll be back with that one in a few minutes.